Hi guys, this is the unboxing and a review of the Swagger collapsible electric scooter. It's as you can see from the box, it's ultra light. It's supposed to be made out of carbon fiber, and it's supposed to give you a range of about 15 miles. We'll soon check that out later on. In the meantime, let me go ahead and get to the box and see what's inside and review what the content's like. This is the back of the box. As you can see, it's a pretty big box, to be honest. I'll show you the side of it. It's pretty long, pretty big, at least I would say about 4 feet, 5 feet maybe. About 4 feet, to be honest. So here's the instructions. Here's the content detail. There's quite a few features on there. It's got a backlight display, which is quite good. I think that's on all the time, to be honest. When I ride the scooter in the night time, I don't have to switch anything on, it's always on. It's got a few extra features at the bottom here. You can read the max speed, and that is true. I can get 50 miles per hour on there, that's for sure. As far as speed's concerned, fast charge 1.5 hours. Yeah, I think I haven't fully tested that. It does, you know, I can do 1.5 hours in charge and it's back to full bars. I see all 6 bars on there. It comes with 6 bars when it's fully charged, and yeah, it's not that heavy, to be honest. You know, I weigh about 175 pounds. I'm about 5'8", and I can carry that without too much of a hassle, taking it back and forth to work. So my primary use for this is to take it to the office. I don't work too far from home, so it takes me about 4 miles to get to my office, and about 4 miles, yeah, about 4.2 miles to get to my office. Should easily be able to do one charge on that and then do that distance and then come back. So here we go, just go through the box. There's not really much in there, to be honest. You end up with the wire for the power pack for the charger. So here's your charger and the power pack. I think it does dual power. It takes 110 220. Not sure, looks like it can take up to a 240 volt input, which might work overseas, I'm not sure. Then you've got a bunch of keys here for tightening or loosening up the foot stand or kickstand on the actual scooter. And that's about it, really. There's a manual, which I've actually taken inside. I was reading the manual earlier on. So there's a manual that comes in the box, but that's it. That's really about it. There's nothing more to the scooter itself. Let me go ahead and show you the scooter itself. So here's the scooter. And as you can see here, Swagtron. It's got a few scuff marks on it. I've been using it for a short while. You can see from the display at the top, you've got your left and right handlebars. These are quite straightforward. You just got to screw them in. They come into the box separate. You unscrew them and kind of screw them into the side of the bike, of the scooter. And same here. So both left and right. They're both marked for left and right, so you can screw them in quite tightly. The actual display itself is actually already on the bike, so you don't have to do anything special with that. This is your power charge port. So when you're charging your bike, keep calling it bike, when charging your scooter, you can actually plug in your power pack point into there. Here's your brake. It's pretty strong brake. Goes there. It's very easy to use, but it is quite powerful. Here's your display, and there's the accelerator. I won't press it if I do start taking off. And the display here, you can see here, this is your distance. So when you switch it on, you can see here the speed that you're going to do. You can kilometers or miles per hour. I've changed it to miles per hour in the settings menu. The battery shows me 6 bars. Those 6 bars kind of start getting depleted as soon as you hit about, in my usage, about 4 miles. When I get to about 4 miles, it's getting close to almost finishing the complete battery. So I have to be careful. It advertises 15 miles of distance. I don't really get more than about 6 miles, maybe 6.5 maximum. Again, I'm about 5'8", about 175 pounds, 180 pounds. You know, I have my backpack on me sometimes. So, you know, I think it's pretty average height, weight for you know, for using the scooter, to be honest, if it's for adults. Anyway, as I was saying, you have a distance. It shows you what the distance you are as you're riding the bike, and that distance is, you know, the current distance you're doing as on when you're riding the bike. shows me the odometer. It shows the 38.6 miles total distance I've traveled. So it shows me the total amount of distance I've traveled on the scooter, 38 miles. Revs per minute for total horsepower that's coming out the actual scooter. And this is for how long I've actually had the scooter switched on. So 2 is 2 minutes of how long the scooter's actually been on, which is right now. Again, your mileage stays constant all the time on here. What else? You've got gear shift up, you can see there, and then gear shift down. Okay, again the battery has 6 bars. When I'm doing it, when I've done about 2.5 miles, it goes to about 3 bars left, and I can just about get another 2.5 miles or 2 miles out of it for the whole battery to run out. I did run out once. Luckily, it wasn't too far from home, and I had to kind of push bike it all the way back, and it does do that. That's okay. It's just like a normal, scooter push. And I was able to get home, in about 10 minutes extra. Added about 10 minutes to my journey time. Normally it takes me about 20 minutes or 17 minutes to do 4.2 miles to my office. So here it is in its entirety. You can see it. It's quite simple. It's got a super powerful light at the front. When you put this light on, it's an LED light. It really does blind you. You start seeing stars afterwards for a while. It really is super bright. Very useful if you're running late trying to get back in the evening. Again, the battery itself is actually in this hose over here. So this is where the actual battery is held. It's made out of carbon fiber, the whole outer shell. What else? It's got fairly small wheels, not much of a suspension, but it does take a few bumps and rolls on the track. Made in the USA, assembled in China. What else? It's got a nice foot brake, as I mentioned, much more smoother than the brake on the outside. This concludes the unboxing video of the Swagtron electric scooter. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll be following this up with a road test of the electric scooter. Hopefully you'll see that in the next few days.